Hello. How's everyone doing? Andrew, Shark, Oats, Jen, Albister, good to see you. I hope everyone is doing well. I think the clocks in the US finally went back today, this morning, last night. So everything is back to normal. Although it is nice being closer to the US by an hour of the week. It actually made watching some streams a lot easier because being an hour closer and all that. But now everyone's in the dark because the nights are, or the evenings start earlier. So. "10:23 a.m." That is early. It's 4:23 over here. There you go. I guess you must be mountain time. I think you're somewhere in the middle because it's not quite 9 hours. It's not 5 hours. Uh-oh, new language. Yes, new language. So Andrew clued in on it earlier at the start of the stream. We are gonna be, well, I don't know how far I'm gonna get with this because literally I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I've seen some syntax before, but we're gonna be learning Go. Go, as in Go. It's in the title. It's always a bit of a funny pun. I'm pretty proud of that one. It is also sometimes known as Golang. Some people might have heard it as Golang. I believe the official name is Go, but if you're like searching for it on Google and stuff, you can type Golang, like better results, because obviously Go is like, you know, it's a word that is a common word in the English language, so it can make searching for some answers pretty tough sometimes, I guess. So some people just call it Golang. Is it French? French, you know, French is probably one of those languages where, well, I don't know, because I took French, obviously, it was a compulsory subject in school and all that. I dropped it at the first chance I could, not because I didn't enjoy it, but it was like in a category where IT and like computing was also in the same category. So it's either French or, you know, IT. You can kind of guess which one I went towards. But honestly, I don't think I could have just like learned to actually properly speak French even if I'd taken it through school. I feel like it's one of those, I don't know, some people can, probably not me. Go seems interesting. It does, yes. It's something I've wanted to pick up for a while, but I don't know, I just wasn't really in the right mindset at the time. But recently, I don't know, I've kind of just been wanting to do something completely different. Not as like coding, but just learning something completely different. And it seems like an interesting language. I think there's a Twitch API Go support section in this Twitch API Discord I found. Ah, I think we might be in the same Discord. The Twitch API Discord, yeah. Go is actually used by a lot of like big companies, which is pretty interesting. Like, obviously at Google, but then you have other monsters, Spotify, I think Microsoft, Uber. There were a lot of big names on the page I was looking at. But yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna start at the very beginning because that is where everyone starts with the Hello World. Most updated version of Eichmann made on Go. Eichmann. Why do I feel like I've heard that before? Oh, I don't think I know this. I just googled it and it's come up with a lot of Japanese stuff. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. Is it a game? Oh, a game. Oh, I think I might be looking at the wrong thing. Oh, it's an open source engine. Fighting games online. Okay. I think I found what you mean. It's an acronym, right? So it's got the dots in between. I was just searching for the whole word, and apparently that's a word as well. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, so I've heard a lot of good things about Go just because of its like scalability and speed and all that. So I imagine it's pretty popular for that kind of stuff. God, why is this page in light mode? Sucks. Just switch over. Apologize in advance. I'm gonna try and minimize the amount in. I should probably just get that plugin that makes stuff. What is that? There's a browser thing for that, isn't it? No. I'm gonna search for it real quick. I think I disabled it because it was actually messing up some websites that I was looking at, but I will probably just temporarily enable it for this. Firefox dark mode everywhere. I think it's called dark mode everywhere. Dark reader. This might be it. I'm gonna put this here. On. There we go. Oh, wow. That actually works really well. Crazy. I'm gonna also take this. I don't know if I'll use this website, but we'll see. All right. Not what I wanted. So I installed Go like just right before the stream. It was pretty easy download. It was just an executable, and then it just installed. I just had to restart command prompt, and it was just there. So it's installed, which is good. I think that was pretty much all I needed to do. VS Code installed some extra packages for like what do you call that? Debugging and stuff like that, and like a server. So that's also useful. I guess, I don't know, I've kind of read through some of this, but I kind of just skimmed it, so I might just go back for it just to see if there's anything that I missed. Easy to work with and understand. Fast features like C are generally unsafe and difficult to work with. Slower languages like Ruby are safe but has many dependencies. Java is a bit complex and verbose to write. Go is concise, explicit, and easy to work with. Well, this is probably biased. I guess we'll find out when we get to it. Fast results, fast compilation, it's pretty modern. multi-core networked distribution applications. So the multi-core thing is also pretty interesting. The fact that you can actually write multiple threads and have what they call Go routines, I believe. So you can basically just start a whole bunch of threads and have them all be independent of each other. Instead of something like in JavaScript where, you only have one thread, and when you async and await something, the entire thing stops. To wait. Safe, Go is safe because it's strongly typed. We like strongly typed stuff. That's good. And statically typed means compiler knows every type of variable in your code. Garbage collected, Go cleans up the dirt. We like that. Excellent built-in command line tools. Nice. Big and notable companies that know to be using Go language, including Google, Dropbox, Docker, Medium, Heroku, Lyft, and Uber, to name a few. There you go. What was inheritance? Oh, I don't think this is correct. Go programs are stored in files. Code files, yeah. The extension is .go. Nice and easy. We have a terminal, we know about that. We can do go run, then the file. Yeah. Okay, we already installed it. That's fine. And also run it online. Pretty neat. I don't think I set this up, but I might have installed it automatically. I guess we'll find out when we get to it. Here we go. Hello world. This is where we want to start. Create a Hello World app. One of the easiest programs. A program that displays Hello World. This is like the core beginning of every project, I feel like. Did you finish your React project, or is this a vacation from the React project? So for the chat box, I guess we did finish it. I think the next part was animation, but I felt like that's kind of a whole can of worms that I didn't want to get into until I had like the proper energy for it. Because the animation part can literally just be the entire stream is just tweaking and sitting there and trying to work out like why an animation is not behaving a certain way, or messing around with the CSS, which isn't something that, I mean, it can be fun, but streaming it can be a bit tedious. I know I have to do it eventually, and I know it will be fun when I'm like properly in the mood for it. But yeah, I guess a vacation is probably a good way to put it. I didn't stream last week because it was a pretty exhausting week. And honestly, I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today, but I thought I might as well, because I wanted to look into this program anyway. I mean, into this language, sorry. Alright, just close the curtains. Start by creating a new file. You can do that. I already installed the what do you call it? The extension for Go. And it looks like the server is running, so this is probably giving us an error to be like, hey, You need to write some code. We want package main import. Can I use single quotes, I wonder? Or is this like C# where single quotes mean something completely different? I think single quotes mean something completely different. Okay, that's fine. It's imported but not used. And then we declare a function, I guess with func main. So it's funny, there was a poll on Fireship the other day that I saw where print line. So I can't do this. Okay, what error does it give me? I guess, I don't know, maybe it just doesn't like single quotes, I guess. Yeah, so there was a thing on Fireship the other day where it's like, what is the best way to declare a function? And I didn't actually check the poll results, but I saw func was on there. And then obviously in JavaScript, it's function, like the whole word, function main. And people were like, where's the arrow functions? Personally, I think I prefer the arrow functions, named arrow functions. Like this. I know obviously there's the whole scoping thing and variable hoisting and all that. But I still think this looks neater. Although function is still an appropriate way to do it. I don't know. Really just preference, I guess. I'm slowly starting to get to arrow. I'm just slowly starting to get to arrow functions, Jess. Oh, I thought you said to get to arrow functions. I guess same thing. Yeah, arrow functions are definitely very cool. That was actually the first place I came across them. You'll be interested to know that other languages actually have them as well, which is pretty interesting. I thought it was just something like someone once told me that JavaScript was basically just catching up to a lot of other languages, and I can kind of see why, because even in ES6 with like map and reduce and stuff like that, a lot of other languages have already had them for a while. So JavaScript is kind of just playing catch up. But you know, better late than never. I think one of the places where I was like, oh, this makes sense with arrow functions that I came across was in Python. So in Python, they have what are called lambda functions. And it's basically, yeah. So if you look at the syntax, you'll kind of see this looks like an anonymous function. That's probably a bad way to put it. Anonymous lambda, anonymous function. And yeah, it's kind of like where I guess this is what it was. So yeah, like declaring a normal function in Python would be like this, but then you could also do it like this, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, very similar concepts across different languages. And just like a language that borrows the best fit from other languages anyway. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I feel like I've heard someone say something similar. And that's kind of what I like about when newer languages come out, is that, you know, newer languages like Go, maybe not Go in particular, but other languages or even just frameworks that are coming out like more recently have had time to reflect on where, you know, other languages in the past or other frameworks in the past have had gaps or sticking points, so they can kind of rework their syntax or their how they work, to be a better, developer experience or whatever. We import the essentials, then create the main function, which is where the program starts. We finally output text with the line, this line, yeah, okay. To run the Go program, we now do go run hello go, okay. Let's give it a go. Haha, get it? Give it a go. So funny. I need to save this, okay. Go run hello go. Hey, it said hello world. Nice. Create a program that shows your name. Okay, I'm gonna try and do the exercises because I feel like I haven't learned like properly learned a new language in ages. I think the last one I did was C# and that was for like the classes that I had 2 or so years ago now. So yeah, we're gonna do this. Right, create a program that shows your name. Well, that's pretty easy. I'm just gonna go fire. Hey, my name, fire. Oh, key just came off. Wait, so if I duplicate this, oh, do I need colons? Is this one of those? Oh, it doesn't need colons. I don't know if I should put colons on or if I should just drop them. Create a program that shows your address. My address is https twitch.tv the firewire. Andrew, welcome back. Why are we learning Go? Just an interest or something specific? At first it was something specific, and then I kind of forgot what I was doing or wanting to do with it, so it's kind of just more of an interest now. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while, I just haven't been in the right mindset for it. And recently I've kind of just wanted to take a break from React and TypeScript and JavaScript and all of that in general and just do something completely different. So I feel like this is kind of just a nice go back to basics type thing, but with a different language, if that makes sense. But I don't think I'll ever end up pursuing anything like a job in Go or anything. It's more of just I want to do something different. I feel like I've done so much React in the last couple weeks or months or whatever, that my head is just, I don't know, in a weird place. I need to reset with something completely different. And yeah, I think Go is a pretty interesting language. It's used at a lot of pretty big companies. So I feel like there's something interesting about it. I mean, it's supposed to be basically like C, but easier. I think. Let's see if this works. Oh, it does. Okay, so this is basically just like, yeah, console log. Comments. Golang supports comments. I bet we can just do the shortcut. There we go. Okay, so it's just like a regular in JavaScript, you can do // Comments can be single line or multi-line. Multi-line, single line. Create a program and add a comment with your name. The firewire. Hey. Download answers. I don't think we need to see the answers for that. Leo Janook. What is up? Hello. First time chat. How's it going? Welcome in. I hope you are having a nice Sunday. C is where I learned my fundamentals, then changed to JavaScript. Nice. C is something else that I've wanted to look at for a while. I've seen like competition, like, have you seen those Google coding competitions? There is a guy who does them, and I don't think he streams them, but I think he does record them. And I think he does them in C, and it's just like insanity. It's pretty interesting to watch, even though I have no idea what's going on. I can just about understand what's going on because, you know, coding concepts are pretty similar across the board, but the syntax in C is just yikes. I get lost most of the time. Half the time it's just trying to understand what the coding problem is in the first place, but there you go. I just learned about JSDoc last night. Nice. JSDoc is amazing. I need to go back through some of my older code to add like JSDoc comments. That's something I definitely need to do. Leo, what brings you into the stream? How did you find me? You program? I want to keep this clean. Clean. Alright, Golang strings can be seen as a collection of characters. A string can be length one character, but it's usually longer. A string is always written in double quotes. Okay, this is important. And this is good because in JavaScript and in TypeScript, or I guess, you know, same thing, I always liked using single quotes for my string. Also, this is a typo. I just noticed that. But yeah, I like using single quotes for my strings. I feel like it just looks nicer. So every time I configure my prettier, or I've just set my prettier to default to single quotes. But obviously, it looks like in Go, same as in C# actually, we can't use single quotes, so that's fine. Good to have that rule. This means a string variable in Golang can hold text, words, sentences, books. Books? What does it mean by books? See, it's pretty dang picky, I'll tell you what. Knowing whether your variable is an int or float or double float, yeah. It's that strongly typed, statically typed behavior. Which it's pretty picky. It's picky up front, so you run into less bugs later down the line. Which, you know, it's a give and take. Programming languages have variables. These variables have a data type. A variable can be of data type string. So, in the example below, we use Golang to print text. First define a string variable, then output the variable with the function printf. Make sure you have the package fmt imported. What does fmt actually stand for? Does it have a... Is it just fmt because it's fmt? So does it actually stand for anything? Format, maybe? I feel like FMT could mean format. What does FMT mean? Oh, it is format. Okay. How did I guess that? It's pretty amazing. I guess it's kind of obvious, actually. Okay. So it's the format package. Your double quote for strings? Oh. I mean, you know, it's all preference. I just like seeing fewer little squiggly lines. That's all. I use double quotes for strings that will be displayed to the user. I use single quotes for strings that stay within code. Okay, yeah. That definitely makes sense. Because obviously, when I use single quotes, sometimes, or more often than not, you're more likely to use a word that has a quote in it, like, you know, for possession, like he's or your, you are, your with the quote, the apostrophe. So it can run into issues there, but obviously because I have Prettier, I just run that and it automatically knows that if a string has an apostrophe in it, it'll just format it to be with double quotes. But then everything else will be single quotes. So that's kind of just the nice thing about using a thing like Prettier. Just does that. Okay. So we do var. I guess this could also be string, right? Get rid of this. String. Okay, yeah. Let's go with what the tutorial is saying. Var string 1. This is a string variable. Empty printf. Printf formats according to a format specifier and writes to a standard output. It returns the number of bytes written and any write error encountered. Format string. Okay, this is pretty similar to Python then. I think I would be able to like pass in variables and stuff when I wanted to replace them. I'm so tempted to use semicolons. I'm not going to, but just because it looks like the style is not to use semicolons. Okay. Interesting. Must have been early on because I said on double quotes when I was using contractions. Don't need to escape a single. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. But then obviously you run into the alternate issue if you need to use like the double quotes. I guess you could just escape them, or you could just invert them and use single quotes. Or if your sentence contains double quotes and single quotes, you could just use backticks, which is like 300 IQ move, because you're probably never going to use backticks in your actual text. So it's nice to have options. Alright, multiple lines. In Go programming, there are two ways to print multiple lines. Method 1, call display function, print line x times. Method 2, use new line character inside string. Okay. Pretty similar to JavaScript and TypeScript and whatever. Both of these are common in programming. Literally just what I said. This is a string variable, and we can just print this multiple times, and then it will be like, hey, this is a string variable, this is a string variable. Oh, but it put them on the same line. But if I do, this is a string variable /n, this is a string variable, then will it put it on a new line? I think it will. There it does, okay. A non-zero value, the zero value of type string is a string of zero length. That is an empty string. String index. Contents of a string bytes can be obtained by standard indexing, and the index count from 0. So string 0 is going to be obviously first letter, G-O-L-A-N-G, and you can also do, looks like negative to start backwards, which is nice. This would be -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I did string 1, 0, not use string 1, 0 value of type byte string value. What? It's important to note that this conversion scheme is only valid for strings with pure ASCII code. Okay, that makes sense. Traumatizing, what's up? 300, you say? 300 IQ. Just always use backticks. True. I mean, you could. And you wouldn't even need to, like, worry about converting strings to backticks when you need to, like, put in a variable or whatever. Wait, I can't do this? How do I print a thing then? I guess we'll come to that eventually. What if I do character string 1? Can I cast this to a string? No. I don't know then. What if I do... What? I don't know what the syntax is for replacing variables. Would it be like this? Format string. I guess we'll come to it. At some point. Go string example, printf. Oh wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna try to wait. Okay, this is a for loop. Range s. I think this must be a way to get the length of the string s. Key. This must be key, and this must be value. It's like key is going to be in an array, the key would be the index. So this makes sense. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the key. Value. And then C and D, I guess must be... Is this character? I think this is character. So character string, and then this would be the number string. I'll just follow along the tutorial. I haven't done that in a while. Hey, this is the tutorial. We literally we're still on string examples. I don't know, this tutorial's just jumped to like, God knows where. I don't know if I'm supposed to be following this or if I should just copy paste this, but I kind of just want to understand this example. They kind of just jumped ahead. Ay, ay, ay. You're good, what is up? Hello. Had to reinstall Windows, gotta reinstall everything? Oh no. I've definitely had my fair share of that, so I can empathize. That sucks. Reinstalling Windows is never fun. Also, 64 Gamer, what is up? Hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Percentage D should be a digit. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Because in regex, D is also number. So \D is any digit from 0 to 9. I'm pretty sure it's that. And then C is probably just character. So I'm actually gonna try that. If I do something like this, it's gonna be part tutorial, part experimentation, because it looks like this tutorial just decided to... I mean, this isn't part of the tutorial. I think this is just showing off, you know, that these characters have these character codes, but kind of a weird thing to throw in right now, so I'm just gonna test this out. So if I go num 3, Okay. That keeps giving me, like... I keep getting confused because it's like I keep thinking there's an error. It's just because I haven't actually used the variable yet. I feel like an error line is a bit too harsh for that. It should just give me a warning line. Because in JavaScript at least, or in, it just gives you a warning. It doesn't give you an error. Annoying. FMT print F, and then if I do percentage D is my num, then I go num, and then I print this. Hey, there you go. So if I do C, they're just gonna give me an error. Oh, it's gonna cast the 3 to a character string. Interesting. If I actually made this 71, would that print G? I think it would. G is my num. Okay, there you go. Good to know. Uncle Sook, wubba dub dub, hello. Wait, ads? Oh no, the ads. I wish I could just disable them. Because I'm pretty sure I get nothing from them anyway. But Twitch is like, why don't you sign the affiliate agreement and just run ads on your channel willy-nilly? But yeah, I hope you're well. Hope everything is going good. What are we learning at the moment? We are learning Go. So this is a language I've wanted to explore for a while. It's pretty interesting so far. It's pretty close. I feel like it's pretty close to the C languages. It's supposed to be like, it's like a more modern language. It's used at some pretty big places, like Google and Microsoft and Uber and all that. I kind of just want to see what it's all about and just dig into it a bit. Watching in 480p because my download speed can't handle it. Oof. Well, hopefully this is like readable enough. Let me know if I need to make it bigger. I guess I can make it slightly bigger. I should probably have found a different folder to put this in because this is just probably a really long. Oh, maybe I could do this. Yeah, we don't need to see the file. Oh, actually, I did this last time and the chat went... Oh no, the chat's not going to be high enough. It should be fine. Alright, so I guess we did this. Strings of multiple lines in the code can be spliced in the following ways. The string of multiple lines in the code can be spliced in the following ways. Okay. Reset this. Direct use operators. Like C++? I think so. I don't know too much about C++, so I can't say for sure. But I know there are pointers in this language, so you can access like addresses in the RAM and all that kind of stuff, which I feel like is only like, it's just something I just associate with C languages because I know you can do it in C. But yeah, something like that. What's the goal right now? Running an errorless command. The goal is just, I guess, getting familiar with the language and just learning how to write Go. A lot of stuff has been pretty similar so far to like Python. So that makes sense. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some interesting stuff. I think. I don't know where this is going. Direct use operators. Okay. So it looks like the other way to declare variables implicitly is to use colon equals like this, because then I think it just infers the string. So this, it says var s string. What if I did string like this? Now it looks like it's just giving me an error. So I think I can't do that. If I wanted to declare it explicitly, I would need to do that. Or not? Print fmt print line s. Oh, that's not how you type a variable. You do var s and then the variable. Interesting. And I can't do that implicitly either. Ah, okay. Good to know. If I made this like 3, I would know it's an int. Okay. Asheroth, what is up? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. It looks familiar, but you know me, I work with spoken languages, not so much coding ones. Yeah, I'm probably the opposite. Definitely. My knowledge stopped at HTML circa 2000. I feel that. I think my first exposure to like web stuff was probably writing CSS for custom CSS for like subreddits, because back in the day, obviously, on Reddit you could customize the style sheet of every subreddit, which I feel like they should have kept, because now it just feels like a boring website where every page looked the same. I really liked the customization of subreddits. So it sucks they got rid of that. Plus equals can be used for strings. So I can append strings. I can be like s plus equals foobar. And then it will be like, hey, test foobar. The general comparison operators: equals equals, not equals, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, greater than. Implement the comparison of strings by byte comparison in memory. You can get the byte length of a string by function leng, for example, string, or length string. I could be like, can I do this? So this should be 4, 5, 8, 11, 12. There you go. Okay, leng. Built-in function returns the length of v according to its type. Array, the number of elements in v. Pointer to array, the number of elements in address v, even if v is nil. Slice or map, the number of elements in v is nil, length v is 0. String, number of bytes in v. Channel, okay, I don't even know what those other things are, so I guess we'll get to it at some point. To join strings, you can use the package strings, which has the method .join. Strings, join, string. Join strings. Import strings. Import strings. I do strings join string This must be declaring like a not a variable, an array. Hello world. And then I join it using a delimiter, like a colon. So I could, comma, sorry, I can speak. Or I can use anything, I guess, like a double dash. If I do, then... Oh. I keep wanting to use colons, semicolons. Okay, interesting. I was in fifth grade around the time Spawn and Blade came out, and a friend of mine put a copy of a Marvel page in an HTML on a floppy disk for me, with a few JPEGs and GIFs. Told me if you open it in Notepad, you can see how it's made, so I learned by poking around. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's like a really cool way to get into that kind of stuff. I remember learning about some JavaScript that I could write into my address browser to like edit any page, because I thought that was pretty awesome. I used it to like play pranks on people. Little did I know that you could just do that with inspect element. Although to be fair, I don't know if inspect element was even a thing at the time, because this would have been on Internet Explorer. Maybe it was. Maybe it was something Chrome introduced. I don't know. Yet with the times, even JavaScript doesn't use semicolons anymore. True. It's a pretty heated debate topic, actually. Like, I've seen polls for developers, like, do you use semicolons or not? And it's pretty split down the middle, I have to say. I'm gonna get back to mopping the floor and other fun adult activities. Have fun. I hope to see you use it for something cool. Talk to you later. Alright, Uncle Sook, sounds good. Enjoy mopping the floor, if you can. And I will catch you soon. Have a excellent rest of your Sunday. Personally, I am a semicolon user. I think it helps break up the readability of code if I know where a certain line is ending. It just looks... It's not so much about cleanliness of the code. Like, obviously you save characters if you remove all the semicolons, but it's just readability for me. It's the same reason why you shouldn't always do massive single line pieces of code, even though it's very tempting to, because, you know, efficiency. It just makes it readable. You don't. So sometimes when you can break it up, it's better. I kind of like the idea of a semicolon indicating a hard stop for clarity. Yeah. It's easier on my eyes, you know? It's like if I'm reading a line of code and I'm like, there's a semicolon. Okay, this is where this line ends. Which is kind of why I'm just like tempted to put a semicolon. Should you use semicolons in Go? See, I think Go is the kind of language where a semicolon might mean something different altogether, so I don't know. I probably won't, just because it doesn't look like the official docs are. But I'm still going to keep doing it in JavaScript. Alright. Hello world. Okay, we did that. Print variables. You can pass variables of different data types into a string. This example below passes an integer and a string data type. We have a D and a S. Then we do 2016, and then we do year, and I guess those just pass them together. So I could do FMT. I can just do this here. The year is what was it? Percentage D. Percentage is such an awkward character to type every time I want to do it, because I have to hold down shift, I have to press 5. So annoying. And the month is spring. If I do 2021 and then I do the string November. Oh, we got an error. Print line call. There's possible formatting directives D. Oh, can I not do... Oh, I can't. I would have to... Oh, right. This has to be print F. Okay. Print format. I have to use print format. Cool. I feel like it matters a lot more when you get into like .then. Yeah, with thenables, you can see where the chain ends. Yeah, definitely. All right. Oh, it actually just got rid of our... Interesting. Very interesting. If I save it and I'm not using the package, it just gets rid of it. If I actually use the package, it imports it. Ah, I like that. Okay, you know what? It's cool. Just stick with that. It just imports the package automatically when I save. Very nice. Create a program. Okay, these are the exercises. Create a program with multiple string variables. Create a program that holds your name in a string. Multiple string variables. What do you mean? Just like make a string? You do S1, string 1, S2, string 2. I think it just wants you to get used to writing the syntax. FMT print F, S1. Can I just concatenate these on the fly? I think I can. We could use Alt 37. I guess I could. I mean, that's just one extra key press. And I would still need to look at... But then I don't need to go all the way up to the top of the keyboard for 5. I don't know. Feels like a similar amount of effort. I save this. Okay. Okay, cool. And create a program that holds your name in a string. Well, that's just... We could just do this. Ta-da! Okay, cool. Newer keyboard inputs. Golang can read keyboard input from the console. In this section, you will learn how to do that. To get to keyboard input, first open a console to run your program in. Ask for keyboard input and display whatever you typed. Golang program below gets keyboard input, saves it to a string variable. String variable is then shown to the screen. Buffio, I guess this is like buffer input output. FMT for format, and OS, I guess, for connecting to the OS. Operating system, I don't know. Reader, Buffio new reader. OS, standard input. I know I've seen this before. You get STD in and out. Standard input device. Okay. Oh, like the keyboard. The operating system standard input device. Makes sense. Enter your city underscore. What is the underscore for? Reader read string. Right, so if I do reader Buffio new reader OS standard input device. FMT print. Oh, not print format. I can just print. Enter the city. City. I'm gonna omit the underscore to see if it gives me an error. Read string. Oh, and then I can just do a single quote. Can I? Oh, string error. Okay, so the underscore is for an error. Do I actually need to... Oh, give me an error if I don't give it like all of the variables to result in. I can't just skip it. Or, well, I guess I could just use a comma and just not declare the other variable. It probably is neater if I do. And then FMT print. You live in... and then city. Mig, what is up? I think that's Mig. That's a lot of I's. Or it could be L. And your name could just be MLG. What is up? Hello. Learning path on any language? Hello. Yes, we are learning Go. It's something I wanted to do for a while. And I'm finally getting into it. It's pretty interesting so far. I think I dig it. I don't think I'm on anything particularly difficult yet, but we'll see how it goes. Hope you're having a good Sunday though. Let's see if this works. Enter the city. Twitch. You live in Twitch. Hey, nice. The data we read from the console keyboard is stored in a variable and printed to the screen. Sample output program. This line will get keyboard input and store it into the variable. Necessary. Read line from console. Okay, so we need to create the reader. And then we use the reader to read string. Read string delim byte. Reads the first occurrence of the... Reads until the first occurrence of the delimiter in the output. Okay, so the delimiter in this case is the new line character. So when we hit enter, I guess, it'll be like, hey, this is where we want to read up to. Interesting. You can get as many input variables as you want simply by duplicating this line and changing the variable names. I wonder how you can... I wonder if you can do like a default input. Like if I don't put anything. So if I do this, and I just do this, you live in nothing. All right, I'm gonna experiment with that in a second. Something I want to see if I can work out how to do. Make a program that lets the user input a name. Okay. Hello. What is your name? Can I do new line here, I wonder? Oh, so your name is... Hi. Okay. Ah, okay, cool. It does go to the next line. Oh yeah. Your name's Fire. Hi. Wait. Because the delimiter is here. Right, that makes sense. Interesting. I wonder, can we get rid of that? Strings. Trim. Name. That work? Returns the slice of the strings S with all leading and trailing Unicode code points. Cut set. Cut set string. Will this work? I don't know if this will work. Fire. Oh my god. What just happened? Oh, so your name is Fire. And then it like sent the first string to the front? What the heck? I have no idea. Okay, that didn't work. That's fine. We'll get to that at some point, I think. I finished the task. All that matters. Oh my god, okay. Your name is... Name. Hello, what is your name? Oh, so your name is Name. Hello, what is your name? Fire. Oh, so your name is Fire, okay. Scribs, what's up? New language. What is that emote? It's pretty terrifying. It's like the eyes emoji, but somehow even more cursed. Yes, new language. We are going. Get it? It's in the title, but it's like capital G, so it's like let's go, but go. It's pretty crazy. I'm so funny. Get a number from the console and check it's between 1 and 10. Ooh, okay. Mig, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are closing in on 2,000 followers very soon. Pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about that. I mean, oh yay, Scribs is here. Oh, totes. Alright, get a program from the console and check. Okay, so we'll go, hey, hello. Give me a number between 1 and 10. So this will be number. And then I need to check if it's between 1 and 10. But you haven't even told me how to do if statements yet. How am I supposed to know how to do that? It's fine, we can work it out, I think. Can we? I don't know how to do if statements. If. Oh, you know what? We could just use a snippet. If. Do I need to put this in brackets? So this is what I don't know yet because it hasn't told me. If number. Wait, does it even know that this is a number? Because it says this is a string. The input that I'm going to get is a string. Read string. What if I do read int? No, I can only read string. Can't even do that because the delimiter is going to be a single byte character. If number... I need to cast this to a number somehow. Enheme, what is up? I read the tags for the stream wrong. Beginner players emotional. Well, I mean, you could be correct. The way that this little exercise is going, I might just burst into tears right now because it hasn't told me enough information about how to do this. If this, then that, yes. I mean, yeah, that is true. Can you make it int number? I don't think I can. Because I think this is always going to return me a string. So the output is a string and an error. I don't think I can make this a string unless I cast it somehow. Can I do var real or real number int? This is okay. So I learned this a bit earlier just by trial and error, but apparently this is the way that you type variables. If you use colon equals, so in other languages that I'm used to, like C#, I've done before, you always put the thing before it like this, which is what you've used, but it doesn't like that. If I do like string test, be like, hey, I don't know what this is. But if I do var test string test, then it's like, okay, I know test is a string. The tutorial hasn't even told me that that's how it works, but apparently, I don't know, I was just playing around because it's like, it's not letting me know. But if I use colon equals, it shouldn't just implicitly get the what the type is, which is nice at least. So I wonder if I do this and I do this. Cannot use number, variable of type string, as int value, variable declaration. Okay, yeah, I can't. There's got to be a way to cast. Oh, int? Oh. Maybe it's int. If int number greater than, or wait, check between between 1 and 10. So I want to do greater or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 10. Not convert number. Type variable string to int. Wait, I thought that's what the int thing was doing. What? Pass number. Using LSP for Go as main tool. I have no idea. Maybe. I think Visual Studio Code said it was installing Go Please. It was just like, hey, these packages aren't installed. Do you want to install them? And I was just like, yes. Pass. No, not pass. Pass number. I don't want to look it up yet, because I could just easily Google this, I'm sure, but I feel like the tutorial will have to tell me. Maybe it will be in the next part, variables. This could be it. We might just shelve this and come back to it in a second. I feel like the next part might tell us. Maybe it just got ahead of itself. Get a number between console checks between 1 set. I feel like we were on the right path. We'll come back to it in a second. It might tell us here in a bit. Variables can often hold text or numeric data in Golang. There are several types of variables, string and number variables. Variables can be reused in your code. Arithmetic operations can be used on numeric variables. And we have substrings and concatenation. Yes. Variable declaration in a Go language consists of letters, numbers, underscores, where the first letter cannot be numeric. Makes sense. Ints, bools, strings, all the good stuff. Oh, this looks like how you declare multiple at a time. Okay. Neat. This type of factoring keyword is generally written to declare global variables is defined outside the function. When a variable is declared by a var, the system automatically gives it a 0 value of that type. Oh, okay. So if I just do this, That would just be like outside the function. If I do string s, and then I go console. Oh, my instinct was to go to console. Wait, why didn't that work? I'm not getting. Is it broken? Import. Broski. Wait, what? I was gonna say, do I need the var bit? But then this doesn't have it. Multiple variables can be assigned on the same line, parallel assignments, ABC 5, 7, ABC, or implicit simple declaration. Go print variables to output variables, use print line or print F. Okay, this doesn't, but then why is this declared name S? What? I'm literally just following what it says. But if I do var s string, and it's like, okay, so this would be empty. I wonder if I'm running a different version or something. I have no idea. I'm gonna save this in a separate file for now. Do that. We'll come back to it. Get there. Okay, so parallel assignment. So I could go. I don't understand why it's being like, hey. So I could go string number. And then this is string. 300. And I can go print or FMT print. That's going to be really annoying to type every time. Wait, what? FMT print line. Why is it giving me an error? Oh no, it shouldn't. This is so weird. No, not D. D would be the number. This would be the string. SN. And this would need to be print F. Okay, parallel assignment. To know. In variables, we've done that. Okay, a string is a text variable. This can be a single character, a word, a phrase, a paragraph, or even a book. A string is defined in double quotes, like strings S and X below. To output a string, you can just pass it into the string function, print line. To output multiple strings, you need to use the special symbol %S. %S, SX, hello world. Okay. Yep, we did that here. And then numeric vegetables. Numeric variables. integers, floating points. So int and float. An integer is a natural number 1, 2, 3, 4. If you define a variable to be an integer, it cannot be a real number, like 1.5 or 1.3 recurring. X is D and X. Yep, okay, we did that as well. Percentage D. To output an integer, use the symbol as percentage D. Integers use the decimal system, base 10, but you can output integers in other ways, like binary, base 2, octal, base 8, or hexadecimal, base 16. Base 2 would just be percentage B. Percentage C for Unicode. Oh, okay, that's why it was Unicode, right? Percentage D for base 10. O for octal. Capital O for the 0O prefix. Q, single quoted character, literal safety escaped with Go syntax. Base 16 will be X, and Unicode format. Cool. Don't know about base 2, base 8, or base 16, don't worry. We know about base 2, 8, and 16. Oh. Yikes. Float. Floating point number is not a natural number. You can have values like pi and other crazy stuff and so on. Do an example. We create a program that calculates the VAT for a given price. Define a series of products, sum the price excluding VAT, and calculate the VAT and add it onto the price. Copy the code below and save it as a file. Example.go. Let's see. So we have Apple. We're setting to be... What would this actually give us? Apple. If I did 3.0, would that recognize it as an integer or float? It's a float, because I guess we put the 0.0 on the end. That, like, declares it to be a float. Okay, good to know. So bread is another float. Then we calculate them together, and we get apple plus bread. Let's see what that gives us. Also a float, makes sense. What if I change this to be an integer, and I plus an integer and a... I can't do that. Okay. Can't add integers and floats. Price. Oh, so we use percentage F for floats. For price. The VAT is another percentage. That's times, I guess, 15%. And we add them total together. Output a float, you use percentage F. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Price, VAT, total. Well, there you go. In this case, it outputs floating point numbers or float. This is a number which has numbers behind the dot, behind the comma. It's in Europe. In the above output, there are many numbers after the dot. You can limit this by adding a number for 2 digits, percentage to F. Oh, interesting. Do this. What? That's sick. What if I just make it 1 though? Would it round it? This is 0.75. Would that round it to 0.8, or would that just make it 0.7 still? Oh, it does round it. Interesting. What if I just made it 0? Would that just turn it into... Would that make it look like it was an integer? Does. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's what we did. Light theme, disgusting. If you want to exchange the value of two variables, you can simply use AB equals BA in Go language, eliminating the need to use the exchange function. If you run the code, you'll see variable A and B have changed value. Huh. Pretty sweet. You know, I'm kind of curious to see if it does the same in JavaScript. Let A equal 1, B equal 2. A, oh, I can't do parallel assignment in JavaScript. Can't do like A, B, B, A. Can you? A, B, no you can't. A equals B, B equals A. Now they're just both 2. Weak. I mean, obviously that makes sense, because I'm doing them one at a time. If I did this, that should just swap them. Two and 1. Blank identifier. The blank identifier is used to abandon the value, such as the value of 5 is abandoned in something B. Oh, so you can use that to like scrap a variable if you don't want it. Underscore is actually a write-only value, and you cannot get its value. This is done because you must use all the declared variables in the Go language, but sometimes you do not need to use all the return values you get from a function. Yeah, so that makes sense. So in the reader, in this example that I had, this had an error. So this returns an error, but we didn't want to like do anything with the error, so we just used an underscore. Okay, get rid of it. Because we didn't want it. Because the Go language has a mandatory requirement, you must use the declared variable within the function, but the global variable that is not used is no problem. In order to avoid unused variables, the code will fail to compile. We can just change the unused variable to colon. Underscore. The nil designator is used to represent a 0 value of interface functions, maps, slices, and channels. If you do not specify the type of variable, the compiler will not be able to compile your code because it cannot guess a specific type. Var x equals nil, and then we abandon x. The heck? Var x nil underscore equals. Adding an element in a slice of nil is no problem, but doing the same thing to one map will generate a runtime panic. Well, we haven't even got that far yet, so use of untyped nil in variable declaration. Var m map string. Okay, so map string int. I think this means that we create a object. So in JavaScript, this would be like an object where the key is a string. So in this case, it's the 1, literally a 1 as in text. And then the value is an int. But it looks like this gives an error. String is not nil. This is a place that requires attention to developers who often use nil assignments Nil assignment string variables. Var string was empty string. The string is 0 value of the string. Writing below is the same thing as above. Yeah, so if I do val string and then fmt print string. Why is this giving me an error? Oh, okay. And I run it like empty, and if I also do this, it should still be empty. If I put a space in it, is that still empty? No, actually a character. I think this is just the weird formatting. There shouldn't be a space there. It should just be empty string. Calculate the year given the date of birth and age. Calculate the year given the date of birth and age. Create a program that calculates the average weight of 5 people. Oh my god. These exercises are really ramped up. So for the I don't know, let's do the first one. The year given the date of birth and age. I still don't know how to cast the string input to a number though. Like, the keyboard input is going to be of type string. So how am I supposed to, like, turn that into a number? Go back to this. If number not convert to string, I want to convert this to a number. Number. Pass. Panic. Inbuilt function stops the normal execution of the current Go routine. I like that that's an actual function. What is your main language in work? It is TypeScript. TypeScript/JavaScript, whatever you want to call it. Currently. At the moment. I'm gonna go back to this, and I'm actually gonna just download the answers because I want to know. This is scopes. Remove. Oh, what? It didn't tell me this. How am I? It literally didn't say that's what you can do. How am I supposed to know that? So this removes the new line, which is what I was trying to do. I did see replace. I was trying to work out if I could use trim, because trim should get rid of spaces, right? This looks for the new line character and then replaces it with empty, okay? And then we convert the string to int using string convert, which is, I didn't even know that was a thing. A toy, which I believe is actually a thing in JavaScript. MDN. I feel like I've seen this function. Oh, it's atob. Atob is used for base64 encoding. You can use atob to decode a base64 string in JavaScript. It's pretty useful. How many people just don't know these things? I know. It's almost like I'm trying to follow a tutorial. A toy means ASCII to integer. Oh, there you go. It's A to I. That actually makes sense. See, this is why I think Googling stuff like just like actually knowing what this means is useful, because a lot of the times in the past I've just gone like, oh, okay, this is just called, this function is just called this for like some reason. But if you Google it, it actually turns out there's a pretty sensible answer. It just means ASCII to integer. So every time I see this now, I'll be like, oh, okay, ASCII to integer. And that makes sense. BRB, no worries. Have a good BRB. Alright, so we remove the new line, go strings, replace number, the new line character with nothing, and then returns a copy of the string with the first. If n is less than 0, there's no limit on the number of replacements. Ah, okay. So if I made this like 1, then it would only replace one instance. But if I do -1, it will replace all of the instances, I think. I'm going to test this real quick. If I go string, hello world, then I go string equals strings replace string old string. Okay, so it will be O. If I wanted to replace O with nothing, and I did -1, then I did fmt print f, or I could just do print line string. I predict this will give me hell world without no, I think. Because -1 should replace everything. Am I right? Yeah, it does. Okay, so if I do 1, this should only replace the first. It should be hello and then, or hell world. Okay. I was trying to work out what the difference between replace and replace all is then, because replace all, wouldn't just that do the same thing? This wouldn't replace anything. What if I do replace all? Oh, this is just the same thing, but it implicitly just would do 0, I guess. -1, sorry. Yeah, okay. So I could do, so they could have just done replace all instead of doing this and putting -1 on the end, but you know, fine, whatever. I'm gonna do replace all. That makes more sense to me. Replace all. Okay, so that got rid of the new line. Now I convert it to number. Okay, so I need to... I'll do number as string. Number string. Number string. Pika Pocky, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. How are you doing? What is up? Now I want to convert this to a number. I do number int, and then I discard the error. String convert ASCII to integer. Number string. So this should now be a number. It should be an error that I'm discarding. And then I go if statement, which hasn't even told me how to do an if statement yet, but you know what? It's fine. If number int is less or greater than or equal to 1, and number int is less than or equal to 10, otherwise do this. Print. Oh, your number is between 1 and 10. Or, oh, your number isn't between 1 and... I like that follower tune. It's pretty catchy, right? Pretty catchy. Alright, let's see if this works. I can't believe the tutorial just skipped over using a string convert. Hello, give me a number between 1 and 10. You know what? Seconds. I want to make it like this. Here we go. Give me a number between 1 and 10. What's a good number? Let's go 7. Oh, your number is in between 1 and 10. Wait, what? Greater than 1, less than 10. Number int is greater than 1, less than 10. What? That doesn't make any sense. It is. It is. It literally, I mean, it literally is. Give me a number between 1 and 10. 5. What? What number are we even getting? An F. An F. You gave me percentage D. Number int. This is not happening. Give me a number between 1 and 10. 5. You gave me 0. Wait. How is it 0? Number string. String convert ASCII to integer. 7 is clearly not between 1 and 10. Now I'm just questioning life in general. You need to convert the input to int. I thought that was what I was doing here. So the number string is what I read from the reader. And then I replace the new lines to make this. And then I convert the string to an integer. Then I check the integer. I think, but it's saying that the input is 0. So I think it's going wrong here. So I actually need to, let me do this. Let me replace number string. Let me just print number string. Five. It is 5. So it's going wrong here. Number string. What if I just pass in 5? Will number string still be... It is 5. Okay, so something's going wrong here. What if I just make this a second variable? Maybe I can't overwrite the first variable that I put in. No, it's giving me 0. Type a character and see if it still says you gave me 0. Something is off with the conversion. Yeah, so I guess because I just put in like the actual string here, like a 3. And then if I go here, just type in anything. It says 3. So this is working, but then something's going wrong between, or maybe it's the replace all. Maybe let me just try replace -1. Five. What? Old string. So this is the string. Old string is the new line character. New is nothing. N is the number of occurrences to replace. If it's set to -1, it should just replace everything. So this is technically the same as replace all. Let me just not replace it at all and see if it actually does anything. Yeah. 5. Okay, so it says 5 and then it puts, there's like the new line characters after that. Love to hear someone struggle while I'm eating, knowing it's not my problem. Wow, so sadistic. Well, I'm glad I can provide some entertainment even if I'm suffering. It's fine. We'll figure it out. I kind of like running into these issues because it's just like, there is something simple here, but probably a really good learning point. Let me, you know what? I'm just going to copy this entire example and just see if it works. Just because I really want to know if this actually does work. Or if there's just something wrong. Conversion error 5. Num is not in range. What? So there is something wrong here. Conversion error 90. I've literally just pasted this entire thing. The guide from India? Is it? I don't know. It seems pretty legit to me. Although I have noticed some discrepancies. Maybe I shouldn't be using this. It seems good. Let me try actual Golang website. But there just weren't many like good tutorials. Like it was just hello world and then go look at the other packages. But I feel like this code is simple enough that it can't be an issue with the code, or could it? Maybe replace isn't the best way to replace the new line variables. What we should do is find out if there's a different way to do this. So let's explore the strings package because I feel like there's got to be something in there. Equals strings. So there's replace all. Let's try trim. I did try trim earlier and I was running into some issues, but this might actually work this time. Five. Oh, it worked. Give me between 1 and 10. 5. Got rid of this new line characters. And then it says 5. So I guess just using replace and getting rid of the new line strings didn't work. I feel like there was maybe something happening to the character that I couldn't see. I don't know, because obviously when you print it, it just looks nice anyway. Weird. Okay, well, we know not to do that now. Okay, we have that. We have that. That's fine. What if I format this? It doesn't split the strings. Fine. Okay. You know what? We're good. We completed this example. What was the next step? I wanted to go back. Oh, let me. There we go. Completely normal phenomenon. Yeah. Seems like it. Okay, so the exercise now, calculate the year given the date of birth and age. Well, this seems pretty complicated actually, because with like, how would you even, with the date of birth, with the year could be easy, with the age could be easy, because if I say my age is like 5, then I would just do 2021 minus 5. That would be the year. But then I would need to subtract a year, I think, depending on whether today is after or before the actual date. And I know nothing about dates in Go yet, so this seems like a pretty harsh question to ask, or pretty harsh exercise. Considering we haven't even worked with dates yet, and I'm not willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, because it threw this ASCII to integer function on us without even describing it in the documentation within the tutorial. So it's probably using some kind of date package that I'm not even aware of. So let's do this again. I'm actually going to see if I can optimize this slightly. Put this up here like this. Can I? I don't think I can actually. Print. FMT print the string. Because this is going to give me, yeah, see? This is going to return 2 variables. I can't actually do this. Right, unless I did this. And I did this. Then this would be expecting 2 variables. I'll do that. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I'd have to keep them on 2 separate lines. You know what? It's fine. The read string is almost like well, it is a function, but it outputs an error as well. Okay. Oh, but you know what? I could wrap it in the ASCII thing. String convert. ASCII to integer. Not assign. Oh, and this would be year. Then I could do FMT print F %d year. What? Are you telling me this is not a number? Undeclared name year. Oh, I was missing that. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so I did at least combine those. That helps a bit slightly. All right. So that would be the year. Okay. So, oh no, this is not the year. This would be the age. Hello. What is your age? This would be the age, and then I would need to calculate year. Oh no, the date of birth. The date of birth is oh, the year. Oh, I'm not getting the year when they were born. I'm getting the date of birth now. Okay, this makes more sense. I would go. What is hello? What is your date of birth? Okay, this is more doable. Use date, month, year. And then I think I would just plus the year and the age, and that should give me what the year is now. Oh, okay, this is gonna be slightly tough. Worst case, you change the question to what year is it today, and you call it. That would I mean, that would solve the question like instantly. So that's a pretty high IQ move. I should just do that. I think this may be doable though. So I think all I need to do is pass in the year. I pass in the date of birth. I then split the string up. I get the year, pass that into a number, plus the age. That should give me the year, but it hasn't told me how to split strings yet. But I think we can figure it out. So if I do, well, let me just call this input. Might be easier. The input, room space input. Actually, I don't want to convert this to a number yet, so I'm just gonna do input. I'm gonna do. Oh, but then splitting a string up is going to mean turning it into an array, and I don't know what arrays look like yet. But you know what? We'll figure it out. As soon as I just load up another mix, because that one just ran out. Okay. Okay, so we have the input. Let's give it a test. I do string input. I go. What is your date of birth? I go. Let's say 1 1 97. That gives me that, and I need to split them up. So if I go split input or strings, split. Oh, here we go, split. So we take in the string input, separate using the separator string like this. This would be oh, it's not used. Okay, so this is a array of strings. So can I just do this? What would such give me? Ooh, interesting. That's how it shows the thing. Oh. Wait, so if I did, can I do a 4? Oh, okay. 4 snippets is so amazing. Can I do lang split? I just want to see if this will output what I'm thinking it will. Split I. So you should put them all on separate lines. Hey, okay, sweet. So that does work how I think it does. So we do split. So we need the last string in that. If I do this, and can I just do -1 to get the last index? -1. Oh, you know what? Actually, I can do lang split -1. So that should give me the last index of split, which should be the year. Let's see. So if I go 01, 01, 27. Sweet. Perfect. So now I can go year is string convert ASCII to integer string, which is year, and this should be a number now. So if I go D year, BZ, what is up? Good to see you. Hello, almost a year. What? That's crazy. I don't know why the alert didn't play. Let me go replay that real quick. Thank you so much for the resub. You're crazy. I hope you're well. It's good to see you. And Bosa, hello. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for making Triggerfire. Oh, there it is. I think Stream Elements was just super delayed. Super busy, but doing well. That's good to hear. I hope Germany isn't too cold. I know Europe. We just went back an hour last weekend, so kind of making everything darker again, which is pretty annoying, but it's all good. This makes me look forward to summer next year. Working on my stream right now. I accidentally found this. Well, thank you for stopping in. I'm glad you're enjoying Triggerfire. It's a lot of fun to work on, and like seeing all the crazy stuff that people are making with it is like insanely cool. So yeah, thank you for using it. My daughter says she likes the music on the alert. It's the classic Mario 64. Yeah. I believe the remixer is Kumu. So definitely look him up on YouTube if you're curious. I think it's Bomb on Battlefield. Definitely a classic. Love Mario 64. It's gotten a bit chilly lately. I was in Iceland for almost a month. Oh wow. Iceland. That's like, you know what? It's mind-blowing because Iceland is like right above the UK, I believe. My geography is pretty bad, but yeah, like it's actually to the left, I think, isn't it? Right to the left. Which has kind of been crazy to me because I always feel like it's England that's on, well, obviously it's Ireland that's on the furthest left, but I always feel like it's England or, you know, the UK that's on the like the edge of Europe, but actually I believe it's Iceland because it's slightly off to the left but above the UK. Weird. right between you and New York City. I know, they're closer to America than England is. It's weird to think about. Bozy, you're in Canada. Nice. Your clocks go. Yeah, that's right. Today? Like 2 a.m. or something? Honestly, daylight saving is just weird. I think obviously it's a thing that's left over from World War II or World War One, or you know, whenever they were needing extra hours or whatever. But yeah, it's just a weird leftover thingy. Iceland was unique. Kind of claims Europe, kind of claims America. Yeah, I hear it's really pretty there. I definitely want to go at some point. I know they have some really like awesome natural like landscapes and some really unpronounceable what are they called? Like fjords, I think. Fjords. And they have some like really insane names that like only someone with an Icelandic accent can pronounce. It's so dumb. What are you working on? We are working on, well, I'm just learning some Go at the moment, which is like this sort of like server language. It's pretty popular at the moment in like super big companies like Google and Microsoft. And like Uber and yeah, those kind of companies. So I kind of just wanted to see what it's about, what like makes it popular for big companies. And it's pretty interesting so far. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I can only imagine. And thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Very kind of you.
Move.
What was I doing? All right, yeah, I was trying to convert the year into a number. I think, was I? Yeah. Pass int. Oh, they do have a pass int. Weird. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, okay. Sweet. I'm heading out. Was gonna go live so I can test these channel pointers. Alright, sounds good. I hope the tests work out. If you run into any issues, yeah, feel free to jump into Discord and we'll get you sorted. But hopefully it all works. If you run into any issues, your first thing should just to refresh the browser source. Should be all you need to do. Then it will just like pull all your latest changes, and you should be good. Fingers crossed. All right. Let's see. So we have the year. So I could do this. What is your date of birth? We go 1/1/97. My date of birth isn't actually 97, but it is 97, but it's not the 1st of January. I actually do know someone whose birthday is on the 1st of January, and it is kind of cool because, you know, it's New Year and everything. But then everything is closed on the 1st because it's New Year's Day. So it kind of sucks for her because, you know, you can't really go out to eat or anything. Like all the shops are closed and everything. So I think she actually has like a different day when she celebrates it. It's because everything is like closed on the 1st, which is kind of cool. You know, you have 2 birthdays. Why didn't this work? Oh, I needed to trim it, I think, didn't I? Let me do this. What is your date of birth? 01/01/97. Sweet, there we go. So I've got the year. Now all I need to do is get the month. Sorry, the age. Let's do that. Oh, that's the year. And what is age? And what? And how old are you? And I do the input again. No new variables on left side. What? Fine. I can just overwrite it. I should just be able to do that. And then I convert it to a... I take the input again. Oh no, that is the input. Oh, that's fine. I could just overwrite input. Input will be to replace input. And then convert input. Oh, hang on. Yeah, like this. You know, oh, right. What? This should be a number. Oh, this should be a string, sorry. Am I trying to reuse too many variables? I don't really want to do this, but it's like, it's not giving me much of a choice because it's like everything is trying to... I'm just doing the same thing. Okay, so I need to... No, I am trimming the space already. Read string goes to string and error. Trim the space. This returns a string. And then I convert this to an integer. And an error. Oh, maybe I call this age. There we go. Okay. And then I do year minus age, or I do year plus age. Okay, so the current year is probably year plus age. Oh, whoops. Alright, let's try give this a go. So it will be 01, 01, and 97. And I am 24. So the current year is probably 2021. What? There you go. It works. So if I went 98, I would be, say, for example, 49, then the year would be 2007. Okay, cool. Create a program that calculates the average weight of 5 people. Okay, do this. So, I think I've memorized how to do this. I'm gonna keep this just in case I want to refer back to it. So I need to now... How do I do this? Ooh, this is gonna be complicated. Well, it's not complicated, but I want to kind of try and write it in a way that's optimized, you know? So what I'm thinking is I make an array, and then for each array, what do I say? Each element in the array, I do an input. Because otherwise I could just make 5 variables. You know, that would be the easy thing to do. You know what? Let's do that. We'll just start with the easy thing. If I go person 1. Oh, I need to do input. Okay, so I need reader. So reader, Buffio, new reader, OS, standard input device. Hello? Something is wrong. I think it's thinking. It's thinking too hard. OS, standard in, there we go. And then I go input, reader, read string until new line, and then input. So this would be, I'll go person 1 equals would be strings replace, oh no, replace. This would be trim space input, and then string convert to integer. I wonder if I could just do pass. What would it be? Strings pass math pass. What would that be under? Pass. Oh, we under string convert. Okay, string convert. Pass int. Base bit size. Okay, I don't actually need that. I can just do ASCII to integer. And then person, so that would be person 1 weight. Oh, I might need to make this float though, wouldn't I? ASCII to float. They didn't have that. I do pass float. Bit size integer. Bit size 32, 64 for 64, 364. Yeah. And then I need to just basically repeat this again. I need to do fmt print fmt any second now. Any second. Print person 1. So I need to repeat this again, I think. We go person 2, this would be equals, would be person 2. Three, 4, 5. 3, 4. And then I go average weight would be person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, person 5 divide by 5. The print f the average weight is f average weight. Person 1, so if I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Average weight is 3. Make this 2.2 to make this, to round it to 2 decimal places. Then if I go 45, 25, 26, 5, 56. Okay, cool. So it does work. Well, they always say person 2. But I want to optimize this, obviously. I think I can use a loop. I haven't really done this before, so it's very much going to be experimental, but we're going to try it anyway. I'm going to comment this out. Func main. So what I need to do is create the reader again. This will let me read in the input, and then I need to make, I think what I need to do is create an array, and then I loop, or no, actually I don't need to make an array. Actually, yeah, I do need to make an array. Because I then need to loop over the length of the array and then assign each variable to be that thing. And then I can just sum the array and average it. Let's see. When I do weights, this will just be empty int. Or could I just, oh, maybe I could do this and default them all to be 0. I don't actually know how to declare a thing yet, so this kind of sucks. Hasn't told me. Wait. How did it do that string thing before? Here we go, like a map. Oh, this is a map, which is like more of a an object. I need to make an array. What would that be like? Maybe like array? No. Or maybe just map int. Would that be an array? Or like this? Int. Well, I guess I could just do var weight int like this. No. For I equals 0 less than blank weight. Wait, I. Unexpected bracket at end of statement. Scopes. I mean, scopes are pretty. I don't want to. Well, I guess I should skip ahead. Is it slices? I think it's slices. Or is it structs? Oh, a struct is like a class. Okay. A map is like an object. Pointers are for addresses. I think it's a slice. Slice can be a subset of an array. Wait, what was array? Oh, array. It was after scope. New. Oh, right. Okay. I don't think I would have ever guessed that format. All right. I just do this. New 5 int. What would that look like? Oh. 5 int. That's how you write that? I guess we just stick with weights like this. Okay. And then I can print that. Okay, so they're all 0 to begin with. That's good. What we want. So for each one, I should do input, reader, read, read string, undeclared name. All right, keep forgetting. And then I would need to do this again. Strings, room space input. Then I do wait. I go fmt print printf person d wait. And I would use weights. Oh, sorry. I would use weights. No, I'd use I plus 1 because the default would be 0 index. So then weights would be a float. And then I would go weights I equals weight. Oh, this would need to be float 64. And then I think after that, I just do, so this would have all the weights. Now I need to calculate the average. So how would I do this? Average, weight, or math, maybe? Total? Round to even. O, E, floor, isnan. Lot, what? What here? How would I add these together? I need like a reduce function. This is an array loop. How do I reduce go? Go is not a functional language. Oh, this would be like a sum. So I almost need to produce my own sum function. Wait, I don't want to read that. I didn't read that. I think... I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna make my own function. Let's call func sum. So this is gonna be a function that calculates the sum. So I would take in a... I guess it would be an array. Array? No. What does this look like? Int? Array? Numbers. String. Int. Wait, what would this look like? 5. Oh. How am I supposed to know how many, like, things this might carry? This could be any number. Oh, maybe like that. I would think that Chrome extensions sync up with the account somehow. All my settings and saved data is gone. Oh no. Yikes. Honestly, I don't trust the synced stuff. Extensions I'm not too worried about, because I only install a handful of them anyway. Bookmarks and stuff, I usually just export, because I don't trust the syncer to get it right. That kind of sucks though. I'm sorry. Did it sync it to your phone? You might be able to. I know my bookmarks, I think, are periodically synced to my phone. So you might be able to restore it from there, maybe? Let's see. 4 I lang numbers. Valid numbers. Type of variable of type. Lang compiler. What? But this is an array. Oh, maybe if I do that. Interesting. Okay, so if I do sum, one of this won't actually sum, but it might print everything out. Sum weights. What? That's not what I wanted. I just wanted sum weights. Cannot use weights variable of type 5 as float value. What? Um, I don't know. I mean, that's if I know like how many elements are going to be in this thing, but how do I do it so I don't know? Oh, do I just use dots maybe? No. Maybe it's like that. Like this. Oh. Oh, float 64. Float 5 float. Go take Golang array with n number of floats. Arrays can only be used when you know the length at compile time. God, this is so confusing. Enter the number of inputs. Scan length. Declaring an array of length n type t, a and t. If I wanted 10 integers, it would be a 10 int. Var x 5 int, array of 5 integers. This all makes sense. They all initialize with the 0 value. And I can access the elements using the indexing. I can initialize an array using an array literal. I can use the short variable declaration like this. Array length is part of its type. The length of the array is part of its type. So A5 int and A10 int are completely distinct types. You cannot assign one to the other. This also means you cannot resize an array, because resizing an array would mean change its type, and you cannot change the type of a variable in Golang. Yeah, that's really annoying. I don't know. I guess it kind of makes sense if like the entire point of Go is that it knows every single type of your variable and those can't change. Arrays in Golang are value types, unlike other languages like C or C++ and Java, where arrays are reference types. This means when you assign an array to a new variable or pass an array to a function, the entire array is copied. Okay. So the entire thing is copied. I think this is what was pretty neat about Go, is that when you assign something like this, it copies the entire thing. So in JavaScript, when you assign something and you change it, the original thing changes as well, I believe. So if I go to like, let's see, if I go in JavaScript, let A equals 1 and B equals A, and then if I change A to equal 2 and I console log B, wait, is this exactly the same? No, it's not. Hold on. Oh, I changed B. Wait. I make... Is this the same? I don't think it is. I don't feel like it should be. Let me check. 1, 2. I changed 2, or change 1 equal 3. The console log B, A and B. Okay, yeah, so with arrays and stuff, they're not copied. So if I make an array 1 and 2 with A, and then I make B equal A, but then I change the second element of B equal 3, it changes both. It changes in A and B. But in Go, it makes a whole new copy of the array. That only changes A2. I can use the for loop. Makes sense. I already did that. What I'm confused about. Oh, range. For range. Index value, okay. What I'm confused about is how you can use a function to loop over a dynamic array, like any length array, you know? So if I have this sum function, for example, but I don't know. Alright, I can know, for example, let me see if I can use this to help me. Can I go, let's see, 5 int? Go 5 int, or 5 float 64. Or how do I do this? Weights 5 float 64. But then I don't. If this, yeah, this works because I've explicitly declared the length. 5, 2, 3, 1, 4. 5, 2, 3, 1, 4. I mean, I guess. Go. Variable array. Should you use a slice instead of an array? Make. Slice. Make. Ah. Is that what I want? Let's see what that gives me. Slice. That's an array. Slices. Arrays have their place, but they're a bit inflexible, so you don't see them often in Go code. Slices, though, are everywhere. Ooh. Slices looks like exactly what I think. Bar weights. Float 64. Or do I just do weights? Float 64. That. It just gives me any length array like this. Oh. Does this still work? Doesn't. Oh, because this is empty. Right. But I can initialize this to be of a certain length. I go like this. Hey, that works. Actually, I could just do this. I could go. Well, I guess I could just do some. I'll just call it total. Yeah, total. Total would be 0. And then I go. Or let's use range. That's a good idea. So what would it for index value range numbers? I can actually do this because I don't need it. And go total plus equal value. Return total. No return. Oh, I need to return something. Float. How do I know? How do I tell this what this returns? Float 64. Golang function return type. Oh, I just declare it after like this. Okay. So the total is 0. I could actually just make this like this. Var total float 64. This would just initialize at 0. And I go for each value in range numbers, total plus value, return total. So if I go this, then I could do var, or I could do total equals some weights. This would be float 64. And then I could go total weight is float total. This works. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 30. Nice. Okay. And then what would average look like? So if I did func average, I would have an input. Oh, you know what? I could just do average with sum. I'll just turn this into average. I'll call this A. Average. Would be A. Average weight. So for this would be the total. Then I would return the average. So the average would be total divided by length numbers. Invalid operation mismatch types float. Oh, I need to convert this to a float, don't I? How would I convert to a float? Oh, I just do float 64 sum. And that just converts it to a float. Okay. Let's try it. So if I go... I can also make this round to 2 decimal places. If I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Average weight is 3. Go 65, 95, 75, 68, 69. Average weight 78.4. Sweet. So I think the missing key here was slices. I needed to use slices and not arrays. And this is basically the condensed version of what I was doing up here, which was just explicitly declaring every single person and reading in the thing. So instead of doing that, I just made a slice and initialized it with these 5 zeros represent 5 weights, and then I iterated over each one and did an input, and then assigned that weight to be the weight input, and then I calculated the average. Okay. Yes. I could actually even save time here and just, when I'm assigning the weight, just add it on. I don't even need to assign it, I don't think. Sweet. Pretty neat. I'm curious to see what the answer it gave was. The what? They just skipped over one of the questions. Calculate the year given the date of birth and age. They didn't even give an answer to that. Wow. Create a program that calculates the average weight of 5 people. Oh, they just... Oh, I thought they wanted an input. They just did this. I feel kind of cheated. I think we went way overboard then. You know what? It's fine. We learned a bunch of other stuff. I mean... It didn't. I guess it didn't specify that you needed to input the 5 ways, but still. All right. Well, I'm pretty pleased with that. We good. What should I do next? I think I'm just gonna call the stream there. What was the next part? Scopes and arrays. I think I've had enough today. My head is like on the verge of exploding. So you know what? We're gonna call it there. I think that is good enough. I think I've enjoyed it. There were a few sticking points. Maybe I feel like that was maybe the tutorial's fault. It's not the official tutorial, clearly. But yeah, the language itself is pretty fun, I guess. I don't know. Kind of. Sorry, what's up? I barely followed this as I was lurking. It's all good. I've barely been following it myself. We just did some basic stuff. We were just started off with Hello World, reading inputs and doing the outputs and stuff. Oh, you know what? What if I do this? Go builds. Oh, there's no Go mod. Okay. The cool thing about when you build this is it builds it to an exe and you could just run that. And I think you can make it build so it's cross-platform. You can make some pretty interesting stuff. But I would actually need to create a proper like full-on package and stuff, which I'm not gonna do yet. Yeah. I think I'll just go get food. Yogurt, Asahi, totes. These, if you're still lurking, have a good rest of your weekend. Let's see if there's anyone. Go say hello to. What are people making? Wild, what is that? Run, go, modern it. Yeah, I did see that in the documentation. I'm not gonna. I was just following the tutorial for now. Just a Go script. I'm probably gonna like make a proper package, like a proper setup next time I'm back at this. But for now, yeah, just getting to know the language a bit, understanding slices and all that kind of stuff. I think I like it. I don't know. We'll have to see. Or maybe explore some packages next time and import stuff and see how it goes. What is? I think I recognize this name. I feel like I've seen Dev Wars raid him before. All right. Everyone have a good rest of your weekend. I will catch you next time. Peace out. This was fun. We got to do some pretty interesting stuff.
Both of